Television presenters like us do owe him a very large debt of gratitude.
Because he invented the first teleprompter back in 1950. The device helps us bring you the latest news every day, and here's why. You can see our own one here. It's come a long way since the first version back in 1950, which involved a motorised scroll of paper inside a suitcase. Hubert Shafley Jr. came up with the idea when he was asked by 20th Century Fox to build a machine to help the studio's biggest stars remember their lines. I hope you enjoyed that. I think you saw all the back of our heads, including Rory Jones.
It's insane, because without his, we thank him, because without his invention, we'd be floundering.
We would.
We wouldn't know what to say.
The reason Rory is here is, of course, the Sony story we were talking about yesterday, Rory, and we were saying that PlayStation has been down for a long time, and that means people haven't been able to do things. Now it seems that their credit card details may have been lost.
Well, absolutely shocking news last night, really, because 75 million people around the world use this PlayStation network to play games, listen to music sometimes, download movies. They've all been very cross about the lack of information from Sony. And then suddenly last night, Sony put out this statement warning that a vast amount of data may have been compromised. They say there was somebody who got into their network, illegal entry into their network, and then they warned people that their names, their addresses, their passwords, their dates of birth, all crucial information, were probably obtained by this hacker. They went on to say, we've got no evidence that the credit card details were obtained, but we can't rule it out. So a warning to everybody to, look out for signs of identity theft. A massive breach of data protection here. Really serious incident.
Big question of trust here for Sony users as well, because it's the difference between when Sony first discovered there was a problem and when they told everyone about it.
Absolutely. Well, interestingly, just in the last couple of hours, they put out a new statement. I've just got it here. They're obviously being asked about this. They say we're being asked about the gap between telling about the intrusion and telling about the customer data. They say we brought in outside experts to help us learn how the intrusion occurred to conduct an investigation. We had to conduct several days of forensic analysis before we understood the scope of the breach. So they're saying we didn't realise at first how bad it was. This outside firm looked at it and revealed just how much data had been put at risk, and then we told you.
Right. If you use PlayStation and all the details have already been inputted, how can you make sure that your identity hasn't been taken, your credit card details haven't been taken? Is it just a matter of looking at your bank statements and seeing whether any money's going out?
It really is, and I think the other important thing to remember is that lots of us are quite lazy about passwords. We think we get one password, we use it for PlayStation Network, we may use it for other online shopping services, for our email and so on. You may end up having to change all your passwords if you think that the one that you used on the PlayStation Network has been compromised.
All right, Rory, thanks very much for coming in with that. Rory Jones, our technology correspondent, with the latest update from Sony. The time, 12 minutes past 8.
Still to come on the programme today as we approach the alternative voting referendum on May the 5th. That's a week tomorrow. We're explaining the arguments